Welcome to Drill Down Earnings. We have the latest quarterly results from Take-Two Interactive, that giant maker of video games based in New York City. This is the business story behind one stock on the move, although the stock's kind of barely moving, but let's take a look. I'm Futurum Group's chief market strategist, Cory Johnson. We look at Take-Two. We see one of the dominant games in the video game industry. They got a couple really big titles, as well as lots of other stuff all around it. Now, this is Q1 2025 for this company on a fiscal basis. Wall Street likes a beat or a miss, and I guess this was a beat. But it wasn't spectacular in terms of cash generation or profitability. But $1.22 billion in net bookings. They like the bookings number, not the revenue number. The revenue number, frankly, makes them look a little bit better. But $1.22 billion in net bookings in this quarter was better than the 1.20, I guess, that they had the previous year. In terms of revenues, they actually had 1.34 billion in revenues, a lot better than somewhat better than the previous year. On almost all of that in digital, in the sale of digital downloads and in-app purchases and so on. And again, they use the bookings number because they think that that fairly represents what actually happens in the quarter with in-app purchases, the delivery of goods that people may have bought for long-term subscriptions and so on. Regardless, we can kind of see how the business is doing, and it's basically flat. But all of the major releases that they know that are coming down the pike, these games that are doing so well, seem to be on time. But net bookings, the things that help them the most here, NBA 2K24, Grand Theft Auto Online and Grand Theft Auto 5, Toon Blast, and their mobile games, Empire and Puzzles, Match Factory, other games like Red Dead Redemption and Red Dead Online, Red Dead Redemption 2, I think is what we're on. And a lot of the titles they bought from Zynga seem to be performing quite well. Specifically, as we look deeper into the business, unit sales for Grand Theft Auto 5 continue to grow. And now that game is incredible, has sold 200 million units, just Grand Theft Auto 5. Their online version of that right now, Grand Theft Auto Online, is also doing better this summer than it did previous summers, and doing quite well here. And they're Rockstar. So Rockstar is the brand within Take-Two Interactive that created GTA, and their GTA Plus service is doing double-digit revenue growth. They wouldn't tell us what those digits are, but double-digit revenue growth on a year-over-year basis. So nice growth within that portfolio. Red Dead Redemption 2, I mentioned, has sold 65 million units to date. NBA 2K24, 11 million units to date. And maybe most importantly, their Grand Theft Auto game, again, the biggest game ever, Grand Theft Auto 6, they still say is online to ship at the end of 2025. And that's good news for this business. How did the stock react? Stock was up 5% in after-hours trading, which, for a stock that's down 1% in the last year, up 5% is pretty good, I guess. Here's CEO Strauss Zelnick, the longtime CEO of Take-Two Interactive and a friend of the Drill Down, because he's been on the Drill Down in the past. Multiple guests, in fact. We don't do that often, but Strauss is worth it. Here's what he had to say about this quarter.
We're in the soccer business. We have the #1 mobile soccer manager title in top 11. We're really happy that we do. And we're also very mindful that it's incredibly difficult to build a great sim experience for console. It takes a long time. And that if you do it right, your users are very loyal and very embedded. I would just note with regard to the FIFA license that it does not bring along with it rights. It doesn't come with players, teams, or leagues. So it's not as simple, for example, as negotiating with the NFL or the NBA or MLB, where, at most you have to negotiate with league and a players association. So for anyone who would want to compete in a straight ahead sim environment for soccer, you wouldn't just have to address one particular brand license. There's a whole lot more than that. And I think from our point of view, we have a great sports portfolio led by NBA 2K. We have WWE 2K, which is growing and profitable, really robust. We have a superb partner in TKO, a great partner at the NBA with the NBA and the NBA Players Association, with great partners, the NFL and the NFL Players Association. We're in the tennis business. We're in the golf business. And the list goes on. I'm sure we will make more announcements in due course.
So there you have it from Strauss Zelnick, the Iron Man that he is. He's a freak in the gym too, that's Strauss Zelnick. Quite the guy. All right. Well, what's it all mean? Your big drill down earnings takeaway. I'm going to have that number, the number that means a whole lot, right after this.
The Drill Down is brought to you by Futurum Group, where analysts, researchers, advisors, content creators, and marketing experts help business leaders anticipate and understand shifts in their industries and build strategies to leverage disruptive innovation. With deep analysis, Futurum Group's extensive industry experience delivers reliable research and data, thought leadership, and actionable advice to help you with your strategy and go-to-market efforts. Futurum Group.
So Take-Two Interactive just reporting Q1 2025 earnings. It's not a time machine, it's a fiscal quarter. Here's the important numbers you need to know. $1.22 billion in bookings, which is up a little bit from last year. But I think the most important number of all, the number that tells us a whole lot, the drill down earnings bite, is 6. Because their GTA 6 is on track to be delivered at the end of next year. Grand Theft Auto is the biggest game of all time. And these guys say they're on track to deliver another one end of next year. Hopes are high. All right, thanks for listening to Drill Down Earnings. I'm Cory Johnson. And you can check us out on X at Cory TV and Instagram and TikTok at Drill Down Pod. And check out all of our earnings reports right here on the 6-5 Media page on YouTube. But you knew that. Look, you're on YouTube already. You can check it out and a whole lot more.